Audio test. Audio test. Okay, sounds good. How's everyone doing today? Which should be live also. Let me check. Okay, looks good. Jayhawk, Mac, how's it going? Mr. Flawless, Rodolfo, Eric, Short. Thank you for the items you sent in the mail. Much appreciated. Okay, so I want to open this up quick with something that I've gotten a few messages about. Apparently, for those of you over on console, there's been a lot of issues with your screen like going black and just hanging when swapping between characters. I've received a few messages like that where it's either your screen just fully goes black screen or it's just froze on a static image for a while. So if you've been running into issues like that where your screen is just freezing and hanging on whatever that picture is for an extended time, I'm going to drop this link into chat. Make sure to go leave some feedback on the forums. Let them know that you're running into that issue. Guys, how's it going? Stunned? During the show? Huzzah. Yeah, it seems there's been a bit of a change mentality-wise on some of the recent design decisions, and I'm all for it. So yeah, if you're over on console, you're getting either static images or just your screen goes completely black and like nothing happens for a couple minutes. Again, make sure to let them know over on the forums, and I'll put that link in chat again. So if you're on console and encountering that, make sure to let them know. Spanners the Monkey, thank you for the follow. Yeah. I mean, there's going to be some issues here and there. Intriguing, how's it going? So for those of you spamming random TFOs, random elite TFOs, the market on the Hangarcraft console components is up substantially with the Typhon being out. So all carrier accessory items are worth a bit more right now, and you may want to consider picking up those components instead of the ISOMAG components in random elite TFOs while the market for these is this hot. So just be aware of that. S3B, how's it going? Okay, I'm going to have a little bit of gambling here. So I had a duty officer cell and some other stuff. So let's start off here with some Delta Alliance duty officer packs. These have a chance to drop scramble fighters, which is worth quite a bit. Brilliant. Brandon, that's happened to you now 4 to 5 times on Xbox. Yeah, definitely let them know. They need to be aware that that's an issue impacting a lot of you guys over there. Come on, game, give me a scramble. I gotta scramble fighters. And I can't open the rest of the DOF packs because I don't have enough DOF slots. The issue with duty officers when you're opening lots of these DOF packs is you get too many. Too many DOFs sometimes. It's easier to just discard them. Feed them to the fires. I went through the other day, and most of the fleets on my Fed Armada, I just filled out all the duty officers they needed on their projects. Okay. I get those moved over. I should have enough space now. Okay, so I mean, I got to scramble fighters out of that. I don't know. I did get it. I got a crit severity off here. Independent wingmate is apparently worth a good bit right now because that's another carrier trait. It is specifically only really good with frigate pets, though. So out of those DOF packs I opened, I got a Scramble of Fighters, which is worth about 550 mil right now. I got a Crit Severity Energy Weapon DOF, purple quality, and did I have any others? Yes, there's another. Any other purple DOFs here that are worth anything? Okay, so 2 Crit Severity EWOs. That's a good haul. I'll take it. Good profit there. What's going on over on Xbox? So apparently, following an update a few weeks ago, the game has been just like when you're going to a new character or loading to a different map, the game will just freeze or it'll like hang on a certain image for an extended time. Never seen so many DOFs. Just it's the power of opening lots of DOF packs. Yep, we're going to be focusing on the Achilles here. Let me get this stuff dumped into my inventory. As much of it as I can. Yeah, the Achilles is a great ship. So I'm going to be running a Phaser CSV setup on this. For the build, I've got isomags on. Again, the ship is currently bugged and missing one of the isomags, or one of the universal console slots, which would be a 5th isomag for me. Console-wise, I have the console from this ship, the Vovin console for the universal console cooldown reduction, the Gemini device just to mess around with it, the Excelsior 2 console because it's just really immersive to use, all the phaser beams it shoots around. I then have the Lorca console, Fleet Power Network Array, the Shield Absorptive Frequency Generator off of the Tier 3 Valdor, because with a CSV setup, this provides an absurd amount of shield healing. I then have DPRM and Immolating Phaser Lance. For the weapons, it's the Terran Cannon, the Wide Arc Phase Dual Heavy Cannons from the Lobby store, and then I just have Radiolytics on. You can use whatever phaser variant you want. It doesn't really matter. Then I have the Maelstrom Torp. After I have the Pavin Omni and the Advanced Inhibiting Phaser Heavy Turret. For Deflector, I've got the Disco 3 piece on plus the competitive engines. And for the experimental weapon, it is the prototype phaser hexacannons that this ship comes with, which are just extremely powerful. And the quad cannons from the Defiant fit on the ship? Yeah, you can fit the quad cannons on this. Yeah, you could do the quad cannons on it if you wanted. Oh, the face covering all the weapons? Sorry. Let me see. Oh, I have my webcam much larger than normal. Okay. Not bad. What I get when I don't have OBS up to actually see what I'm showing you guys. So I have the Vovin console on the spam bar. I was just manually clicking it. Yes, the J, if you purchase the Legendary First Strike bundle with the Valdor in it, you do get that Valdor console on the Legendary Valdor, yes. Are quad cannons even worth running? Yeah. I mean, the quad cannons, they're fine. Performance-wise, I don't find that they often will beat just a normal DHC. I mean, they're pretty close, so it's about, do you want the different visuals? Less face, more pew-pews. Quad and hex attack. Yeah. Cypher, how's it going? Yeah, Stanky, the impression I get is that this has been a very good selling bundle for them. Bridge officer setup wise, I've got a couple uncon abilities on, jam targeting sensors 1, and then tractor beam 1. I have photonic officer on just for some cooldown reduction. For the commander attack, CSV 3, fixed armament synergy 2, narrow sensor bands 2, and tractor beam catapult 1. And on the lieutenant commander attack, Chemosite 1, attack pattern beta 1, and torp spread 3 for the maelstrom. Ramsman, how's it going? For the Inge, I've got emergency powered weapons 3, Ox to Sif 1, and emergency powered engines 1. Doff wise, pretty standard. Emergency con officer, which you can get from the Phoenix store. When you hit emergency powered engines, that resets your evasive maneuvers. 27 to 47, 24 to 47, some crit doffs, and for right now, I just have Tyheth on. The Fed version of this is KLL. Basically, whenever I hit an emergency powered subsystem ability, that is going to pretty much remove all of the debuffs off of my ship. Bruno, how's it going? Johnny? Robert? Steven? Always attack pattern beta. Attack pattern beta is basically the only attack pattern most people should use. Ox to Sif, I do still have Boimler on, so it's just there for... I think my traits... Hold on. My traits got screwed up again. So I got Uncon on, Boimler. My traits are really messed up right now. I don't know why Terran's not on. Just looking through. Let's do Fragment of AI over Inspirational, sure. Yeah, Boimler. Ox to Sif is a really good Boimler trigger, yeah. And this should be Ox Power Offense, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna head up to space, just resave the loadout, and we'll get started with some combat. There's a new release for Oscar out today also. So let me get this linked in chat. This was posted about 3 hours ago. So this is a new update for the open source combat log reader, which, as you guys may remember, is replacing the STO combat meter. So I'm gonna go in and install this right now. Yeah, I think the bundle's really fun. Let me get that started up here. All right, how's it going? Looked like it's remembered where I had it. There we go. Nice. So now, like with us, like how you could in SCM, where you could just double click, combat in the list at the left. That now is functional with the latest update. It seems to have saved my preferences from the last version. Can I show the duty officers again? Yeah. So I am on a KDF character. That's why some of these are different than what you'd see on the Fed side. Tyheth here could be something else. Far more interested in this one than the Dyson one? Yeah. This is a very fun bundle. The bundle slaps. Are the T6 coupons from the event campaign bound? Yes, and they typically have a limitation on them in that they cannot be used on ships that are brand new. So I haven't heard for sure if that's the same case with these new ships. I haven't heard if someone can use their coupons from the event campaign on these new ships yet, but my expectation would be no. Not yet, at least. Okay, you can't. Adamant, thank you for the follow. Okay, let me save this loadout. Get the stuff off my tray. Can't wait for it on console. Yeah. Again, August 22nd for those of you over on console. Let me make sure. Yep, it is saved where my combat log is at. Okay. Let's head on into the only TFO that I apparently know, which is infected. So I would say if you're a pure DPS performance-oriented player, the Legendary Battlecruiser bundle, that would probably be my recommendation for someone in that situation. But I think for just enjoying the game, playing the game, that this new bundle gives you a lot of options. It gives you some really solid platforms. Yes, they are not min-max wise the best out there, but they are still very capable. And you've got some really fun accessories on here that perform pretty well. Any news on the 10th bundle? Not yet. I don't know when that's going to drop again. Oof. Yeah, Michael, that's rough. I'm using a Maelstrom Torpedo. The Maelstrom Torpedo you can get from the Legendary First Strike bundle. If you don't have this, then just use whatever torp you enjoy using. Okay. Infected the Conduit Elite public queue. Insta-popped. That's always concerning. Temporal Light Cruiser or Connie Miracle Worker Carrier. I'd go for the Miracle Worker Carrier in the current meta. The Temporal Light Cruiser is fine, but the hangar bays and the 5-3 setup on the Connie Miracle Worker is just really quite better. What is the fastest or quickest TFO from event for a free-to-play character? The simplest one to do is Starbase 1, but if you're in there with a high DPS build, to Health Honor is really fast. Because it's on normal difficulty. So if you go in there with a build with Disco 3-piece, where it's got that electrical damage that it does to targets upon your first hit, it just nukes everything right away. We got a few Achilles in here. I see Kraus is in a Credence. Lots of love for the Achilles here.
The situation is grim.
Testing it in Corfez. Terrible. Corfez is still bugged. At this point, it's a question of, are they ever going to fix it?
Warning, ship is under attack.
You will lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Done. Additional data is available.
Target shield has failed. Core shield failing.
And Spears just... Look at that. Server performance is awful. Look at how long it took for them Spears to load in. See, this is why DPS runs at a high level don't really happen when there's events going on in the game, because the servers for this game are horrendously bad. Like, if you're trying to set a speed or DPS record and, you know, it's taken that long for stuff to load in, it makes it very difficult to try and, you know, go through and make things out fast. If you're trying to do a 20-second run and it takes 10 seconds for the spheres to load in, you're not going to have a good time. I'm dead here. So close to having BPRM again. Just a couple more seconds. Made it. Yeah. Yeah, that server performance is garbage. Is the ground weapon anything decent or just a reskin sniper rifle? I don't really use sniper rifles too much, so I can't say how the
Sensors
performance is
confirm
compared
that
to
the
other
transport
snipers.
conduit has been destroyed.
I know snipers are generally not like top performers when it comes to ground performance. Drake, they have not. There was some work done on a new user interface, but it has not been implemented. Frost, I like the update here. Very much appreciate it. Sizer, I appreciate it. Azimdal, how's it going? How do I like the 30-second cooldown on the trait from the premonition? The hold from that, you know, it's not really doing too much for my playstyle, so I haven't really bothered with it much. Again, the experimental weapon was my top performer. It did twice what my Terran did. So this was not the best run ever, 854k basically. But the prototype phaser hexacannons came in at top at 154. Last online, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Unsupported hexes are amazing. Definitely one of the best experimental weapons in the game. And the fact that it's on a $30 C-store ship, that's crazy. Dave, how's it going? Rubica? So yeah, pretty good performance there. Hexacannons equal immersion. The only issue that I see for people with the hexacannons is that they are, you know, basically dual heavy cannons with the firing arc, or they have the same, you know, firing arc of 45 degrees. So they are a more skill based experimental weapon. If you're someone that's used to using a dual heavy cannon setup, dual cannon, or a dual beambank setup, you're used to having your ship pointed at the enemy, so it's not going to be hard for you to really take advantage of these experimental weapons, or for this experimental weapon. But if you're someone that's used to doing a beam array setup, spinning in circles, this experimental weapon might be not as high performing for you. It's. Oh, did I miss something? Damn, yeah. That micro quantum torpedo did pretty good. Yeah, I mean, that was as soon as we saw how slow the Achilles console is, that was going to be a pretty clear issue. They still hit hard, but yeah, some of my targets are dead before these have a chance to actually get to the target. So I'm up the micro lines. Okay. So 34.2. Sure to miss any above that. .45. I mean, this run it didn't do too spectacular for me unless I'm missing something. Last, that's the trade-off of the sagging command cruiser. Would the Achilles be a top choice for a CSV ship with an experimental weapon slot for C store? It's probably the best for raiding the C store. Need a new meta by now? How about console only damage runs? I mean, that's pretty much EPG. You just haven't figured it out yet? Probably not. I haven't played too much out between my last stream and today. Once you figure out the timing on ISC, it really shines. Gotcha. But yeah, console only damage runs, you're basically talking about EPG builds, and that was like the EPG meta for a long time, so we don't have all of the HSE records moved over to Oscar yet, but if you go and look over at the SCM tables and look at a bunch of the EPG records, they're like entirely, or a good chunk of them are console damage. Okay. I need to get my daily done, so let's do that next. You got 17 mil total damage in a 70-second run, 2 activations. That's pretty good. Yo, how's it going? Considering grabbing the Hydra to use the trading console on the Typhon, is the Hydra set up differently enough? Yeah, I mean, I think the Hydra's a bit different from the Atlantis, the Achilles. Like, it's a different spec combo on it, so it's a slightly different experience. Is the Deimos pilot destroyer worth picking up from, or with the event campaign rewards? Yeah, that's still a solid option if you're wanting the immolating phase lance. Yeah, we know the mirror warship is great. Okay, I'm gonna get my daily done here. So to health, honor, public queue. Yeah, the Deimos is a fun ship. Extra cannons, I tried it on the Theseus with 7 isomatics, it hit hard. I wish the Theseus's layout was just a little bit different. It's a fun ship, but just had a few things not going for it. Yeah, well, the Phaser Lance console is mostly used. I mean, it does good damage on a phaser build, but the Phaser Lance is used for universal designs quite often.
Destroy the Mokai vessels before they can power up.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Ah, that smell of deuterium in the morning is most.
Why do I use the Maelstrom over the Dark Matter? Because the Maelstrom just does, yeah, an absurd amount of damage.
Move to Shipyard Beta before the Mokai can escape. No vessels remain at Shipyard Epsilon.
I need more speed on this setup right now.
They're scrambling to power up the Mokai vessels at Gamma Shipyard. That was the last vessel at Shipyard Gamma. The Mokai vessels are powering up their warp core. Stop them! Shipyard Delta is now clear of Mokai vessels. So, Shipyard sends its rapid car to Barking. Do you fight as well? Engage stroke and proceed to the target.
To increase survivability of the Achilles besides using Valor console. Turn on like energy refrequencer. If you have the Delta expansion pack, you can use the Agent Ruled Off or Agent IO, depending on what faction you're on.
The rift has been sealed. You have done well.
Yeah,
Destroy
DPRM.
it. Jaula has targeted a spot near
There's a few different
reactor
survivability
station.
options out there.
It's feeding the rift. Destroy it. Be advised. The reactors have a blast radius of 5 kilometers. The rift has been sealed. You have done well. It will work this time. It must work. What game is Jaula playing now? The rift has been sealed. You have done well. Success! Let our enemies tremble, for this will be their tomb. What? The rift failed to close. Something is keeping it open. Only a catastrophe like you would
So yeah,
use
the
a
Health
logic
Honor with the
to
DPS
fight
build,
their
you can get
battles,
through it really
Something
fast.
big is emerging
Definitely
from
the
the
fastest
rift.
option for your daily, but
Set course for the fallback zone. Maximum warp.
That gigantic Alachi Walker is keeping the rift open. Destroy it!
yeah, the Cretans can use DHC, so that's weird that it wasn't letting you. Should make a video on the best DPS carrier with all the new ones that is in the game. Yeah, I've thought about that. I just would have to get a bunch of stuff moved over to a Fed character. Still loving the Hex Cannons? Yeah, the Hexa Cannons are really good. Imagine having a 5th Isomag, yeah. Soon. Out DPS the voiceover? Pretty much. But yeah, I mean, Starbase 1 is your simple option for this event. You just go in there, you know, it's pretty simple. You get it done in about 10 minutes. The Health Honor, it's a lot of randomness depending on how good or bad your team is. If you get someone in there with an AoE based build that's running Disco 3-piece, they're just gonna blitz through it. Yeah, 7 Ice Mags brings the base damage to 29.8 for the Hexa. Consider a Nadarian for Starbase 1, yeah. Yeah, these ships look really good, and you know, the Achilles, I think, is just an excellent C-store DPS platform for energy weapon builds. Okay. Take a peek at the ISC parse, look at my... Yeah, I'll take a look at your numbers here for that. Sizer. Yeah, 51 from the Seeking. Targeted another 45. Yeah, so you had well over 100k from the Achilles console. So if you use it correctly in the run, if you time it right, you're gonna get a lot more out of it. Did you know you can put 8 ice mags? Yeah. David, the Legendary Avenger is still a better platform. The Miracle Worker and Intel spec combo is more premium on the Avenger. So the Legendary Avenger is still, from a min-max DPS point of view, a better ship. But the Achilles, for being a $30 ship, you know, it's an extremely capable platform. There's more. Yeah. Oh, there's 16 there. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Once you figure out the timing with that console, you can get quite a bit out of it. Yeah, that's good. This bundle is the most hyped I've been since the 12th. Yeah, this is a really good bundle. How much DPS could you do with the tier 5U? That depends on the environment, but probably more than what you're expecting. So back during the Torp meta days, we actually took in a tier 5 green Chelgret into a coordinated run and got it up to 1.752. Okay, but that was, 4-4 supported Torps. So I had teammates marking concentrate firepower on all primary targets for me. I'm expecting 10 mil. High hopes for you. High hopes for you, Spender. Terrible. Tac Cube, we miss you. Yeah. I still the assimilators and the cube changes and infected still hurt my immersion. Is the temporal rep set still any good? It's like a good entry or budget level option, but not something that's I think really meta anymore. Like at a high level for Psi. Yeah. Can a T5 ship do lots of DPS? In a supported environment, everything can do lots of DPS. Just watched the Section 31 trailer. That was the most un-Star Trek looking thing I've ever seen. I haven't watched it yet. I'm not going to watch it on the stream because Paramount, from what I understand, is very aggressive with you showing off too much footage from any of their shows or movies. There's a lot of ships that you can get 8 isomegs on. The Guardian Cruiser isn't Merc Worker, right? So that one you shouldn't be able to. Okay, let's do a 5 Onslaught Elite public queue. Becca needs to update the reputation gear. There's a lot of the old rep gear that could certainly use some tuning. The Section 31 trailer was just taken down on Paramount's own channel. Yeah, I'm not going to do a live reaction to that. No, no, no. Alan, thank you. Much appreciated. How's it going, man? I know you've been enjoying the Achilles. I see a Karen in here. I see a few. This is Stargate. 2 and Batman. Yeah, yeah. I think the recent trend of ships has been good. Better choice than Ship of the Line. Ship of the Line's really good.
That form was flesh, weak, fallible.
My Maelstrom got swapped over to something else. I forgot to not target before hitting that. Yeah, I messed up. Oh no.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another.
There we go. Not great. I really messed up my piloting there, but thank you all for that. The hexacannons did not beat the Terran this time, but they were still pretty close. So, you know, again, an experimental weapon performing that well is crazy. Camera messing up, is it? Is my camera messing up? Domino is still a really good console. It's just, you know, we're in a situation where there's so many good consoles nowadays, and we just don't have heaps of slots available to us. So Domino has fallen off for a lot of builds out there. Does anything in the new bundle impact the current meta? That depends on what meta. If you're talking like bleeding edge, top of the table meta, probably not. You know, at that level of play, as good as the Achilles console is, it still has too slow of a travel time for really fast runs. You know, when you're talking about runs that are sub 30 seconds, and you've got a console that needs 5 to 6 seconds to get to target, that's not very compatible. But that type of meta is only relevant to like 10 people in the game. So if we focus on the meta that's more relevant to the majority of players, like your meta for, you know, like random content, going into channel runs, stuff like that, then I'd say so. The Achilles console is very strong there. The experimental weapon's really good. The Typhon stuff, the extra hangar bay, you know, if you're a carrier player, that's pretty damn beneficial. There is a table for HSE. Yeah, okay, so that's something just bugged out there. So let's see here. Did I get a bit more out of that console? The Achilles console, there's the Seeking doing 83k. Another 24. The targeted ones, the issue is the stuff that I used the targeted ones on, they just were too slow to travel to it looks like. What does meta stand for? So meta is like the most effective or most efficient tactic available. The optimal way to set something up to get through content. Basically what it means. Like what is the when we say, you know, what is the meta, you know, what that's basically just saying, you know, what is the best option. Never really gave carriers a chance. Realistically, what kind of DPS are they capable of? I mean, high 100Ks. Carriers, even with all the buffs that they've received, are still not capable of doing enough damage to compete against a proper weapons-based build. But they can still do way more than what is needed to get through the content. Okay. Let's do something different, because I know you guys are tired of seeing the board content. Just did it to health honor. Let's do a Crystaline. We have a ton of people here. Let's do a Crystaline Catastrophe Advanced Public Queue. That's a 10-player TFO. Yeah, the Terran weapons are pretty good, yeah. Try super carrier build. I've thought about it, and I might do something like that with the Typhon. I am looking at comments, and it looks like I've upset a few people with how I pronounce the name of the pets on the Typhon. Um, I think I was saying Valor and Valor throughout the stream and videos the other day, and some people are not happy about that. Advanced. So Crystaline Catastrophe Advanced public queue. Suffering is entertainment. Besides Domino, DPR, Fleet Power, and Arc Ray, and the Phaser Lance, what universal consoles do I recommend for Phaser builds? Ooh, you know, if it's an AoE based build, I always like the Shield Absorptive Frequency Generator for the survivability. The Credence console, if you have that lockbox ship, that is a good console for a do build. The Excelsior 2 console is also really fun on a phaser setup. The pets do the high DPS, not carriers, but it doesn't stop from trickling them out. Which lockbox weapons are better? The ultimate plasma is what I run for plasma right now myself. Would love some velour pets, so soft. Is the Typhon pets better than the Type 7s? They're entirely different things. So you use the Type 7s if you want to debuff enemies and boost up your ship and your teammates' ships. You use the Valor pets, Valor, whatever, if you're looking to do damage with the pets. So Type 7s are for boosting your damage up. The Typhon pets are for for getting more damage out of the pets themselves. I was so slow to activate things there. Aaron, I have not tested that yet. That thing just did not stand a chance there. Look at that little bit of lag there, too. The Stowe servers are of the highest quality. Is there a how to set up Oscar guide? Not yet. Not yet. Did I go to school in Florida? No. The Elite Obelisk Swarmers are at the Fleet Spire. And I have an off-meta build posted over in my Discord and in the builds Discord if you're looking for like an off-meta tank type setup to do with it. But that's the only build I've done with it. Chili, no. It's the Achilles does have lower survivability than the Levenger. You can try to use like a prototype ablative Jevonite device to try and get a bit more hull capacity out of it, but just natively the Achilles does have a weaker hull and shield modifier, so it's going to be weaker. If you weren't a snobby elite DPSer, what ship would I be flying? The Delkina. The Delkina I really like. The Mogai, the Mogai or the Valdor, that was a ship that I always really enjoyed flying back in the day. The Sovereign, I was always a fan of the Imperial skin for the Sovereign, the one where it's got all the armor panels up top. I really loved how that looked. And I haven't run the Sovereign in quite a long time because all of the T6 versions for it we have in the game are just rather weak with their setups, so they're very underpowered ships compared to the other options out there. So I mean, if I wasn't a Snobby Elite DPS or a Sovereign, probably, or if I was going Romulan side, a Bogai or Delkina. Yeah, the Achilles is missing a universal console slot right now, so it will get a 5th isomag here once they get that sorted out. Still too much DPS in that answer. Yeah, let's get another TFO in here. I keep seeing requests for me to take this into a Battle of Corfez. So, Battle of Corfez Elite Public Queue. Here we go. There should be a link right below the stream. Yeah, if you're looking like right below the stream here, there should be links to both the Bill's Discord and the CasualSAB Discord right below.
Vodwar ships have invaded.
Do I think they'll sell skins separately from the ship? I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. With how their model is set up, no.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Oh, I thought I got away from that in time. HQ, how's it going?
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Oh, that just put me... It jumped me right into where they, were going. Oh, no. Casual death. Yeah. It's... You know, for maximum performance, the Legendary Avenger, the Valkyna, the Juggernaut, those are all still better.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Rear shield failing. Left shield failing. Right shield failing. Core shield failing. Hull integrity 75%. Left shield failing. Rear shield failing. Target shield has failed. Hull integrity below 50%.
Well,
We've established an automated blockade in an asteroid. the VOD warships from breaking through our defense line.
State the nature of your emergency.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Left shield failing. Fore shield failing. Rear shield failing.
I could not get out of there fast enough. Yeah, it's the if it does have a lower hull mod than some of the other ships you're probably used to flying, so survivability is not as great on this thing.
Ship is under attack.
And I got subnuked.
Stop the VOD warships from breaking through our defense line. Stop the VOD warships from breaking through our defense line.
I also don't have max
Stop the
SIF
VOD
actually on the
warships
spam
from
bar.
breaking through our defense line.
Failed. Hull integrity below 50%. Fore shield failing. Target shield has failed.
Get behind some of these enemies.
Fore shield failing. Target shield has failed. Integrity below 25%. Rear shield.
Yeah, I need a lot more survivability with this thing. It is not. I'm curious about something. I actually have not looked at this. What is the hull modifier on the Terran Eagle? .05. So this has a weaker hull mod than the Terran Eagle, but it's got better shields. It's just, this ship does not take, it cannot handle a couple hits.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shield has failed. Fore
I got
shield
subnuked again.
Rear shield failing. Hull integrity below 75%.
Stop the VOD warships from breaking through our defense line.
I hate subnuke so much.
Fore shield failing. Target shield has failed. Hull integrity below 75%. Fore shield failing.
Yeah, I need to have a red shirt on flying this ship.
Target shield has failed. White shield failing. Fore shield failing. Rear shield failing. Target shield has failed. Rear shield failing. Left shield failing. Fore shield failing. Hull integrity below 75. Rear shield failing.
Last sight online, I don't know. I keep getting subnuked here and it's just wiping everything off every time I do. I'd stick to the Valkyrie fighters if you have SAD. The Obelisk swarmers are not that great. Where'd I go?
Corz 4 using.
They said that there was issues with the model compatibility. That's why there's no kit bashing like that.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
The Turai ships, yeah. Well, that's the phase that's been busted for a long time.
Lens shield failing. Core shield failing. Target shield has failed.
Oh, we're gonna get through this one. Act, that is a good
Pushing the
question.
bot back.
We'll have to test that one out. New live action Star Trek show announced, focusing on regular civilians working on Ryza or something, supposed to be a comedy. Interesting.
We're pushing the bot war back.
Integrity below 75%. Target shields have failed. Core shield failing. Core shield failing. Hull integrity below 75%.
We almost had it in one phase.
Core shield failing.
Excellent work.
There we go. Yeah, I saw the video of the issues over on Xbox. At the start of the stream, I said that if you're over on console, you should go post over in the forums saying, you know, that you're having issues, and I'll put another link to that thread in there. Like I know the forums are sort of considered a joke, but I don't know. Like I don't know what other public route to say to go to try and raise attention to it. I mean, you can try the Stow subreddit. If enough people are complaining there, you might get some visibility, but you know, I don't know what level of engagement Deca's going to have with the forums. I know with Cryptic, it's sort of for a lot of people felt like their that things posted on the forums weren't really looked at. Maybe that'll change. I don't know. But if you're running into issues with console where the game is freezing for you, where you're getting like a black screen, or you're just stuck on a static image for an extended time, the game just hangs there, post over on the forums, let them know. Just post on whatever platforms you can to let them know that there's issues going on. STO has forums, yeah, that's generally the way a lot of people have looked at it. Is there any way to get the Platinum Shield anymore? Not that I'm aware of. PlayStation's been fine for you? Yeah, Judo, yeah, the Typhon for the trade, absolutely. No freezing on PS4 here, just crazy rubber banding. The crazy rubber banding's on, like, that happens, just sporadically on all platforms. That's because the servers for this game suck. Nice. It's good to hear. Okay, let's do another TFO. Let's see here. Let's do something different. Is there something fun? Let me look through these options. I don't know what queue to do next. Starbase 1, you guys want a Starbase 1? You want the event version? Is that what you want? You want it on the event difficulty, or do you want it on elite? Why don't I use the red matter device? I would just prefer to be just spamming my advanced energy amplifiers. Undine, Counterpoint, Jupiter. You want me to do Jupiter though, and Counterpoint because they got feedback pulse. Terrible. Event. Defense is Starbase 1, public queue. Event difficulty. It's popped. Judo, I did answer. What was your question? Yeah, go. So yeah, get the Typhon. That trait's really good. Battle of Procyon V.
Listen up. The war has not been going.
Yeah, a lot of people enjoy Counterpoint. I personally just can't really stand it. Will Spencer live on normal? Probably not.
Warning.
Here they
Ship is
come.
under attack. Target shield has failed.
Will my weapons fire is the bigger question.
We're prepping for evac of non-essential personnel and civilians.
Wolf 359 Elite's been done. It's just that it's not. The issue with a lot of queues in Stowe is you've got queues that are skill based, that get a lot of that have a lot of replayability because your progression in it's based on how well you perform. And then there's a lot of queues that are more time gated, where it's more about the experience, and I find those queues to be a bit boring because you don't necessarily alter the
There's a breaking incoming
outcome
warp
as much, you know?
signatures. You may have a short amount of time before more arrive.
small craft queue next.
Reading some heavier ships incoming. Raiders and battle cruisers.
Target shield has failed.
That TFO still exists, yeah.
Target shield has
An
failed.
evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
Target shield has failed.
Cater is taking some fire. Please assist.
My spam bar is 10, 9.
An evacuation ship is
Like
launching.
I've talked about my keybinds in the past. Like the torp keybinds is basically what I'm doing, just slightly altered for 2. So trade 10 is my spam bar. Tray 9 is a spam bar on a separate key. Tray 8's on its own spam bar, but I just usually manually hit it. I mean, I'm spamming quite a few abilities, but it's just...
This is Andor. Our shields are taking hits, and we can
just,
use
you
an
know,
escort.
hitting
The
buttons.
Klingons are regrouping again. Get into position to prepare for the next assault. An evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover. Here come the Klingon battleships. Keep fighting.
Tray 7's controlled with his mind. Terrible.
Target shield has failed.
I just like hitting the buttons, Salty.
Lafayette here, requesting assistance.
Target shield has failed.
An evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
I talked about it in the video the other day, Robert. The Vovin and Credence like meta impact. There's some control settings you have to change. I went over it in that video. But if you do that, you can hit the roving console without actually teleporting to an enemy. Yeah, you have to have those two control settings done, which, like I said, I went over in that video.
Target's shields have failed.
Roosevelt is in need of aid. Can you draw off some of those enemy ships?
There we go.
That'll hold them off, for now. I don't know how much longer we can keep up.
Yeah, it's only attack if target selected off, select auto attack on target. Both those have to be off in your options. And then if there's a foe that you could teleport to, but you don't have them targeted, you can then use this console without teleporting. I don't foresee any nerfs incoming. I don't think with everything going on, I don't think they're in a position right now where they could, afford to really irritate the player base off, that much. The Achilles is fine. It's not the most survivable platform, but it's a good damage dealer. It's a good glass cannon ship. No, the Hexa cannons are fine. Terrible is my catchphrase. Sorry, I'm just responding to some messages I've received. Just VGUps. I mean, remember, there's been a very high-performing experimental weapon in the game now for a while with the plasma bombardier off of the Gorn Hunter. It just happens to be that this is a phaser-based one that's on a C-store ship. So, a high-performing experimental weapon's not necessarily new. What's new is that this is in the C-store and much easier for people to obtain. There was another queue that I saw requested, and okay, so Wolf 359 got a few requests. So let's do a Wolf 359 battle Wolf 359 Elite public queue. Here we go. I don't recall the Gull getting nerfed, and it's pretty up there. Yeah. Strident, how's it going? I should get terrible t-shirts. Yeah, I've thought about it. I need to get it, like, actually get it done. What are my thoughts on the legendary temp flight deck carrier and its awesomeness? It's a very good platform. It's not as good as the Miracle Worker Connie flight deck carrier, but you know, for being an account-wide unlock through the 10th bundle, that is pretty solid. So of course you can now get the Miracle Worker version on account-wide unlock also through the Disco Inferno bundle, if they ever decide to return to the store.
I am Locutus of Borg. Resistance is futile. Your life, as it has been, is over.
Attention all hands.
Steven just playing around with the Achilles. I didn't feel like doing the Iconian arc today on the other account, so just keeping it casual. Just playing some TFOs with people with the Achilles. Guys, Wolf, how's it going? I expect it will be. I think that this TFO, like there was a lot of praise for this TFO when this first released. So if we do get a Fusion Cube TFO, I would anticipate it's probably going to have phases similar to this one. That would be my guess.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
You will disarm your weapons and escort us to Sector 001. If you attempt
Yeah,
to
Wolf
intervene,
359
we will destroy
put you
you.
into a
Task
skin
Group Alpha.
appropriate to this
Engage
fight.
the Borg. Groups Beta and Gamma, hold for now. Melbourne here. We're moving in.
Move us to position Alpha.
This is Admiral Hansen. Focus on destroying the cube's weapon. Melbourne to fleet. We've lost it.
They've locked on.
The Yamaguchi is moving in to assist. Full reverse.
You've destroyed a third of their weapons. Keep at it.
Protect the line pods. Some of them are carrying civilians.
Excellent. 2/3 of their weapons are gone. The bone cell is down. The trap is no longer baited. All that's keeping the Borg here now is us.
Four shields
The
failing.
knowledge and
Four
experience
shields failing.
of the human
Hull integrity
God.
below
is
75%.
part of us now. It has prepared us for all
Right shield
possible
failing.
courses
Remember to
of
spread out
action.
here, take a side each.
Your resistance is hopeless.
Task Group Beta, move in. Remember, the Enterprise is on its way.
Four shields failing.
Attention all hands, this is the Hood. We're moving to attack speed now. Fleet, this is the Roosevelt. We're moving into support.
Four shields failing. Four shields failing. Right shield failing. Left shield failing. Hull integrity below 75%.
We picked up survivors from the Saratoga. Commander Cisco managed to evacuate many civilians.
Four shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%. Target shield has failed.
Republic to fleet. The Borg are attempting to assimilate all the crew and systems.
Right shield failing. Four shields failing. Left shield failing.
And remember to get all the escape pods. We're gonna... Oh no, that one's gonna...
Right shield failing. Four shields failing.
Yeah. If the escape pods get too close, it's an instant fail.
And simulation. That was quite the battle. As you can see, the
Hull
Borg can be
integrity
relentless
below
and
70%.
When do I
overwhelming
think
fast.
they'll do the next legendary ships? I have no idea. I expected us to get the Melbourne too. As you saw, I even made like a thumbnail for it all long ago. Yeah, the Melbourne though, that'd be great to get that skin. Let me deal with this thing quick. I have time for one more TFO and then I'm gonna have to bail out. I gotta help watch the niece for a bit. It was currently hitting my door. Tim, probably both. Well, they disabled the ability to do the jellyfish mode in Wolf 359. Nice. Okay, let's do one more TFO here. What do you guys want to do to wrap it up? Not something long or painful though. Not a counterpoint. We want to do space. Bug hunt isn't space. When will the next Gamba recruit event appear? I don't know. When did it happen last year? I keep seeing Procyon 5. Procyon 5 is another queue like that I don't enjoy, but sure, I keep seeing this one pop up. Let's do it. Days of Doom is not going to happen because that takes a lot of time, and I don't hate myself enough. There's a lot of queues in the game that I just don't personally enjoy. I enjoy the queues that progress faster based on your performance. The ones that are more of just more intended to be just, you know, an experience like Wolf 359 there. They're cool the first couple of times you run them, but to me they don't have as much replayability. Yeah.
The Battle of Procyon V is underway.
Yeah, Days of Doom sucks. Look at the oh boy. Look at how the buffs were like just pausing there, like stutters.
Sphere builders are targeting the Enterprise, moving to intercept at full impulse. Mayday! Core breach imminent! Abandoned ship!
I forgot to untarget. I gotta actually interact and shut the portals down. I remember. I forgot. My bad. Been a little bit since I've done this one. I remember this why this one's annoying, because you can't have any activations go while you're disabling these, otherwise it'll stop.
The Tox Utat is ready. Fire!
Yeah.
Command sphere destroyed. We did it. It's...
Wait! The timeline is changing!
The Battle of Procyon V is under...
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Sphere builders are targeting the Enterprise. Moving to... Wait, no. Bad idea. Credit ships inbound. Moving to intercept and engage.
Look, shut me.
Krenim fleet is attacking the Enterprise. We can't afford to lose her.
Oh, the Palvin Omni will keep firing even if there's no target around, so that's what was stopping me. Still, the activations feel terrible today.
Mayday! Core breach imminent!
My weapons keep
Abandoned
firing.
ship!
Half the portals are down. Well done.
I'm trying to not draw a threat there, but then my weapons just auto-fire.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
The Tox Utat is ready. Fire! Excellent work.
Wait! Timeline change imminent!
The Battle of Procyon V is under...
Yeah, I'm gonna turn auto-fire off on all of my weapons. And I'm gonna just try to go in and put down the things.
Sphere builders are targeting the Enterprise. Moving to... Wait, no. Bad idea. Credit ships inbound. Moving to... Stay with Enterprise. Yes.
Yeah, I'm drawing too much. I'm still getting attacked. If I was running this game, I'd axe Procyon 5. Yeah.
Nice work on those portals. Keep it up.
The Nakul are going for Enterprise. Moving to intercept.
It's one random thing hitting me and knocking
just
me out.
appeared in front of Enterprise. We need some backup.
There we go.
Enemy forces are attacking Enterprise. Protect her if you can.
Next one.
Mayday! Core breach imminent! Abandoned ship!
Okay, I need to just work on clearing these enemies out for a minute. I shut this down now. Has anyone ever built a tool to save your tray loadouts? I don't think so. I'm gonna shut down my weapons again so I can not draw threat here and shut this off. Attempt to at least. Oh.
There's our chance. Fire!
Ronnie, how's it going?
We did it. We've stopped them. This time. Now we need to stop them for good.
Yes, that was an experience. Okay. Thank you all for that. I am going to wrap things up here though. I need to go deal with some IRL stuff. And I don't know what that message is. Yeah, I need to go deal with some IRL stuff. So thank you all for tuning in. The Achilles, again, it's a fun ship. It is a bit of a glass cannon though, not the most survivable. It's got a very low hull modifier compared to some of the other escorts out there, but again, it's a glass cannon, does a lot of damage. I'll probably do another stream like this here soon, messing around with the Typhon. I want to get a carrier setup put together on that, really try that out. So I don't know when I'll do that, but if time allows, might look into maybe doing a stream tomorrow. Okay, thank you all for tuning in. I will see you guys around. Oh, and there's a coupon up for grabs for PC players over in the Builds Discord, courtesy of Martin. So let me show you that here quick. So just over in the Builds Discord, go to the giveaways channel, and there's a T6 coupon up for grabs, courtesy of Martin. That giveaway is going to be ending on August 4th. So all you have to do to enter is hit this blue party icon at the bottom of the giveaway post. If it gives you an error, just wait and try again like an hour later. Okay. See you guys around.